He can relate to the emotions a lot of these seniors are going through here on senior night inside Mem Gym. Brayden Ray, 3-6 this year, ready to take on Michael Battista, a graduate student, one of 14 seniors honored earlier tonight, ready to go. And quite frankly, Battista having his best season. Talk about improvement from the first day he stepped on the grounds to where he is situated right now, a position to get back to the NCAAs for the second straight year.
And he showed more offense moving up to 197. You start to wonder, at 184, was that a really large cut for him? I'm sure it was, because Battista is no average size human.
This is a guy that would spend 25 hours a day in the weight room if there were 25 hours. I mean, he just loves pumping the iron. In fact, it got to a point for Garland and these coaches where they wanted him to cut back a little bit on the weights and focus more on getting mat time with the wrestling. But it's Steve Sayrock. In a perfect world, Michael Battista returns to Virginia and helps out with the strength and conditioning program with his guys.
It's a unique set of strength that you need for wrestlers, and they need things that are explosive, and he feels that Battista will be doing a very good job leading the Cavaliers if it came to weightlifting.
Battista is such a beaming story for the program. At one point, early on in his career, he was fourth string. He got tech-falled in a wrestle-off early in the Virginia wrestling room. At one point, he sat 1-12. And, you know, you put that in the rearview mirror, you fast forward a couple of years. An NCAA berth in Detroit last year, and now a season which he's won 24 matches, and he gets the takedown. So we go inside a minute in this opening period.
Doing what's called a near wrist series, rolling the wrist out to the side and keeping the pressure on the shoulder blade. You want to keep the pressure forward and not just settle back with the hips. And this is just a tough ride for Ray to get out of. When someone has your wrist and kept the pressure on him, but he did a good job of getting out. Good fight there by Ray. Ray needs to close the gap on his shots. And when I say close the gap, I mean get closer.
2-1 lead for Battista after the first period. Don't forget, tomorrow night at 9 Eastern, right after our men's basketball doubleheader, the Nothing But Net crew will break down the day in the ACC with highlights and analysis of all the men's games, plus look ahead at the best games in the schedule in the coming week. That's coverage you can only find in one place, right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. Quick point, Battista is away, and it is 3-1. UVA. I like Brayden Ray here at 97. He was the Duke heavyweight the last couple of years, and he was a guy who wanted to wrestle heavyweight, but with the emergence of Niesenbaum, he went back down to 197, and even though he's having a tough go at it tonight, I think this is a pretty good spot for Brayden Ray.
I agree. He looks like a good size 197-pounder.
Take a look at Pitt and NC State. This is quite a matchup. 197. Nino Bonacorsi, the new #1 ranked wrestler in the country, perfect this year, taking on Isaac Trumbull, ranked 8th. Trumbull this year 16-2, and it's Trumbull with a 1-0 lead.
And the thing on Trumbull, he's going to be very defensive. He's not going to really put himself in too many bad positions, and that's where Nino needs to be. Nino needs to continue to get to the outside, because what happens is when Trumbull gets his hips on top of you, but we have a fall action on a split screen on the right. It looks like Battista on senior night gets another fall like his teammate, Keating, and he waves to Mem. What a way to go out on senior night with a little smile there. And here's a fall. He twisted both arms, called a butcher, and then he just settles back, gets a fall, and for the last time in Mem, Michael Battista appreciates the crowd.